The topic is disk management in Linux. We will be doing a practical session on adding disk volume to an instance. What is disk management in Linux? Disk management simply means to add or remove storage. Applications that run on instance always generate logs each second. With time, these logs can pile up and eat up the storage. To avoid filling up the storage and to not have enough storage for logs or for other tasks in an application or programs, we need disk management to add volumes. Also, by adding volume to an instance doesn't mean it directly fits into the instance so it is usable. No, first we have to mount it to the specific location that needs its storage, or we can create a temporary mnt or mount folder to mount that volume or storage that we add. By default, the volume we add is a block storage, so it cannot be used by application or programs. To fix that, we must be formatting that volume and create it to the ext4 or xps. So the ext4 or xps format is what the applications or programs can use it. I have already created an instance. So by default, this instance has 8 GB of the disk volume, and I am in the terminal connected with my EC2 instance. So the first command in disk management is lsblk. This command is used to list the block storage attached to the instance. Loops are the virtual disk and xvda is the actual block volume that is partitioned into the 4 parts. That includes root. We created the volume with 8 GB in an instance. However, the root volume is of 7 GB. Rest of the 1 GB is utilized by boot. Boot partition helps the instance to boot up. Booting means restarting and starting of the instance or the Linux machine. df space -h space slash shows us that the root folder has 7 GB approximately storage and 1.8 GB has been used, and it's mounted on slash, that is root folder. Boot folder contains EFI or boot files that helps in restart and start of the Linux environment or the instance. Now when we do fdisk, this command shows or gives us more information on the partitions. Fdisk space -l to see more information on the partitions. Now let's create the volume. Go to the EC2 instances, then Elastic Block Store, click on volumes. So by default we have 8 GB volume while we created that instance. Click on create volume. One more thing to remember is in create volume, select the region that is the region same as your EC2 instance. For example, in my case, I have created instance in AP South 1A. So I will be selecting the availability zone in the volumes, same that is AP South 1A. I'll be doing 9 GB storage. Create volume. Wait for a few seconds until it's initialized. Now after it is created, click on actions. In the drop down of instances, select the instance that you have created. I will select the instance that is add volume kev. For the device name, I will select HDF. Attach volume. Now we have successfully attached that volume to the instance. Now let's confirm it by doing lsblk to list the block volumes attached. We can see xvdf that has 9 GB of the disk storage. Now let's create the directory. This directory will help us mount the attached volume. We will be mounting this volume into this folder. Go to the root user by performing sudo space su space hyphen. Now I'm in root folder. I'll perform mkdir space -p space /mnt/ caf -volume. So /mnt/caf volume is a temporary folder to attach the volume. Let's do ls/ltr/mnt. Now it shows caf volume folder is created. Now next step is to create the file system. The command is mkfs make file system space -t space ext4 space /dev /xvdf. Xvdf is the volume which we have added. Now it successfully created the file system. Now next step is to mount that /dev /xvdf into our temporary folder or into our folder that we have created, which is /mnt /kf So the command is mount space /dev /xvdf space /mnt /kf volume. Done. Let's confirm it with lsblk. Now as you can see, xvdf is the volume 9 GB attached to our instance successfully. It is attached into the folder that is /mnt /kf volume. Let's confirm it by creating a file in this folder. Change directory space /mnt /kf volume. Now we are in the kf volume folder. Let's create a file by doing touch space kf khan ls. As you can see, the file has been created. That means we have successfully created the volume, attached that volume into the instance. df-h also shows that it took 1% of the storage. That means file has been created successfully. In real world scenario, it would be like a folder that is about to get filled or it is running out of storage. So before it runs out of storage, we would be recognizing that folder and performing the same steps we have performed but into that folder, and we would be attaching that volume. So that is it for the video today. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like, share and subscribe. Have a great day. Bye.